Check it out, y'all. 007 in the house. The number one rule, and I told y'all this before and I'm going to tell you again. The number one rule is to never give up on what's inside of you and around you. Some people might call it alignment. Some people might call it heavenly places. But whatever they call it, the God in you is just as powerful as the God around you. See, you can't go nowhere without God being somewhere in the midst. See, listen to a younger man in my young age. You know, I'm above 50, but I'm still young with plenty of years left to go. But I got knowledge that'll take you way past your prime. Never give up on the God inside of you. See, the closer you get to the God in you, the closer you're going to be to your goals. See, everybody has a goal, a vision, a dream that they want to achieve. As long as you work with the God in you, you will eventually achieve that goal. Now, just like the Father said, he didn't say the trials wouldn't come against you. But he did say the trials wouldn't overtake you. See, whenever you come into alignment with the God in you and into the recognition of the God around you, you're going to be getting into alignment. And the more you get into alignment, the more some evil folks try to approach you. But as long as you're in alignment with the God in you and the God outside of you, they're going to be fighting not you, but the creator of the universe himself. See, when they come up against you, they looking at your flesh and thinking that's who they attacking. But the real reality is they're attacking the God in you and the God around you. Believe what I'm telling you. They're not fighting you. You just the scapegoat. They're fighting who you represent, who you trying to get to, who you trying to get to know. The God that created the world, the universe. See, the devil might have been given the earth, but the earth is owned by God. See, he been given what's in the earth to do what he wanted to do to try to recruit. But God did not give him the earth. See, a lot of people think God gave him the earth. No, he gave them power to test and try people on earth. Now, if you fall for the trick, then the trick will be you. But if you don't fall for the trick, then the trick will be the devil. See, you got to understand something. When God got your back, no weapon that's formed against you will prosper. And that's another story right there, because we got a lot of people who misrepresent that quote. Because the God in you is stronger than the enemy around you. And when you recognize that and come into alignment with the God in you and the God around you, you will weep coals, hot coals among your enemy's head. And God will start to work in your favor. God will go after your enemy and make them the footstool that he promised you he would make you be. See, the enemy, I'm going to say it again, is not fighting you even though they fighting you. See, they not fighting you even though they fighting you. See, in all reality, they're going after the Lord, the creator of the universe. They trying to go to war with the invisible and get mad when they get taken down. See, they weeping up bad treasures. For them, they see and they see to come. But God says every seed planted grows. So when God says that, He's not talking about you putting a seed in the dirt. He's talking about the seed that you produce on the earth by the walks that you make, the things that you do. Them are the seeds he's talking about. And if you think you can plant a negative seed against the Creator, you're mistaken. I mean, all you really have to do is look at your life and say, you'll get your answer. See, you think you're tricking God, but God is tricking you. Because every time you make a negative move against the Creator, your life falls apart more and more. But see, some people are going to blame an image, a person that they see, instead of looking in the mirror and realize they brought this drama on themselves. See, they went to war with God without looking at the full picture. See, they blame all their troubles on everybody else without looking in the mirror. See, Michael Jackson produced the song The Man in the Mirror, but God made the mirror. See, they don't understand the truth. They don't want to understand the truth. They don't want to take responsibility for what they had done to them and their seed. See, and you step back and you say, Dad, they was once on top of the world. What happened? They planted a seed against God. Now, them, their children, all the people they love are now cursed. See, when you willingly network with somebody who's serving Satan, serving the ignorant one, the one who serves the devil, God, whatever you, the devil God, whoever you want to, or whatever you want to call them, you take on the seed they planted. See, the more you work with the ignorant one, the more your life will fall apart. See, you're going to be into alignment one way or the other. But the choice is yours because God gives you the choice. Which part of the alignment do you want to be in? See, when they come against you, I'll speak in my own testimony. When they come to you to try to take what God has given you, when they stalk you and harass you and target you for no reason other than to receive what you got, hating and jealousy. See, you might have something that God bless you with, talent, good looks, strong heart, love, and there'll be people who will love to hate and tear you down. But you got to understand, when you get people like that, recognize who they are for who they are. They are children of the devil, the ignorant one. They punch the clock for the ignorant one. And you have to realize that, and as soon as you realize that, you will have understanding of where you stand. See, some people might say, well, I don't make deals with the devil. Okay, well, let's look at your lifestyle. All a real believer got to do is look at your lifestyle. And they'll be able to tell whether God is putting you through the storm or you are a worker for the ignorant one himself. See, you sit there and don't want to take accountability for everything that's going wrong in your life. Your children are blanked out. They doing crazy stuff. They hooked on crazy drugs. And some of them ain't even on drugs, just acting crazy. Now you wonder where that seed comes from. See, there is a good plant and a bad plant. And some people, their children just go astray on their own, but they plant their own seed. See, God will allow them, your children and your children's children, to plant their own seeds too. So sometimes it's not the parents' fault, but the apple don't fall far from the tree. See, God said if you plant the seed of a good life, that seed will fall on your seed. And they might fall to the wayside, but they will not fall off the bandwagon. They'll get back on and keep moving forward in God's ways. So, what life are you representing for your children's children, for the people that love you, your wife, your husband, your brothers and sisters? What are you planting for the future of your heritage? Peace.